All righty, John. Give me the rundown. 3 questions on a What If Wednesday.
How about what if the Royals secretly like making Jackson County look bad?
Well, then they are in for a doozy of the next few weeks because that is very easy to do. Very simple. And as the nonsense continues between Jackson County and the Royals, I believe, are licking their chops. You know, this week we told you about how, and it was courtesy of Fox 4, Jonathan Ketz doing very good reporting on this over there. The Royals had a report that was leaked out that said it would cost about $6.5 billion for the Royals to move, and that's what it would cost the county with the sales taxes of 40 years, which is what's being estimated. Well, this week it turns out, that number that we gave you, $6.5 billion, was really 5.2, 5.3, whatever it was. So you get a $1 billion mistake. And what does Jackson County have to say for itself? It's a rounding error. That's what they called it. Just a little mistake there. Yeah, a $1 billion rounding error. Whoops.
So we found some guys with some pickups that would help us move. So we knocked off a little there.
Yeah, chopped off a couple of mil here, a couple of mil there. Before you know it, you got real money. So as someone told me, the Royals are loving this because this all makes Jackson County look very incompetent. So the focus is on Jackson County's incompetency and not the potential greed of the Royals. So this is good if you're the Royals. And that's why, frankly, working with Jackson County might be in their best interest because they won't look like the worst party involved here, which is saying something because they have not done a good job on their end. I mean, they have beaten around the bush. They have misled the public. They have delayed their timelines. They have not been transparent. It's like the classic politician who's like, I'm all about transparency as I will not be transparent at all. That's the Royals. You haven't heard a peep? 2 months since they were supposed to have an answer on where they want to go. 2 months. End of September. That's what they told the public was their own deadline. It's been 2 months, and you don't hear a word out of them. I mean, I am one who has been sympathetic to why they want to move. I think the K is great, but I've been sympathetic to why they want to move. That being said, they have in no way been transparent with you, the taxpayer, in Jackson or in Clay. And it's disrespectful, for lack of a better word that maybe I can't say on the air. It is wildly disrespectful in how they've gone about this process with you, the taxpayer, who they're asking to pick up, at the very least, hundreds of millions of dollars of the tab, John.
All right, well, speaking of big money, what if Kansas City Streetcar Authority starts begging for money for the River Market extension?
Well, I hope they don't get $1. Don't get a... So if you missed it, last night it was reported, once again, Fox 4, they're kicking butt over there at Fox 4, reporting that the Kansas City Streetcar extension that is going to go from River Market up to the riverfront, kind of where the KC Current Stadium is going to be, that extension was supposed to cost $35 million. The new estimates, look at this. All right, so a year ago it was $35 million. Now they're talking about $61 million. Where are they going to get the extra $26 million? Well, some of your tax money that the KC Streetcar Authority has lying around, and also private donors, John, is part of their plan.
We're talking about a big price tag. We're not talking about a big stretch of track.
Yeah, 0.7 miles.
Less than a mile, 61.
0.7 miles. Wow. Can you believe that? Is that a kilometer, I think, give or take? 0.6, right? 0.62 or something?
I could get a couple of tablespoons. I'm willing to start digging if the rate's good.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. We'll get you some kind of mass transit for a heck of a lot less than $61 million.
There was the guy with the lawnmower tractor that pulled the little barrel wagons with the kids in.
Yeah.
I was like, shoot, I'll take the barrel wagon over.
How many guys who do pumpkin patches around here will come down and say, we'll take you on our tractor, and it'll go a lot faster, too, than the streetcar would go.
Won't cost you nears.
But the fact that they're going to try to raise money, they're going to try to fleece rich people in this town for streetcar extensions, please give your money to charity this holiday season. Please. Like next Thursday, we are doing our Children's Miracle Network, Miracle Day of Hope, we raised $30,000 last year. And I want to do a lot more than that. And please consider actually helping out the kids at Children's Miracle Network and not giving your money to a streetcar authority that wants to spend $62 million on 0.7 miles of streetcar to go to the KC Current Stadium. It is really, really insulting. But you know what? I'm sure they're going to find some sucker because there's a sucker born every day.
All right. And what if Kansas City breaks its homicide record this year? We're within a few, aren't we?
Yeah,
Less
we
than
are.
10?
Yeah, we are.
In that neighborhood, ballpark, 8, 9.
Yeah,
10.
let's. You're doing the John Kirby there.
Yeah.
I see what you did. We are at 171 homicides right now. The record is 179 in 2020.
Mm-hmm.
At this point in 2020, we were also at 171. I mean, listen, you get numb to it when you talk about 171 dead people in this town over the last 11 months. If Kansas City breaks its homicide record, I hope there is a reckoning that is not political in nature to try to figure out what the hell to do about this. Because most homicide numbers in major American cities are going down since 2020. Kansas City's is trending back up. And I hope that we can get the politics out of it as much as possible and not listen to goobers at City Hall say, oh, we don't even control the police department. Oh, there's too many guns. Missouri's a bunch of rednecks who just like their guns. There's nothing we can do about it. I will give you this. There are issues with the Second Amendment Preservation Act, which Missouri passed a couple of years ago. Law enforcement folks who are Republicans have admitted that to me. It is bad law, and it's hurting the ability of law enforcement to get bad guys with guns off the streets and file federal charges. It does not allow them to do that. But the core issues remain what's going on with prosecution in Jackson County in particular, the lack of prosecution, the woke prosecution. That's issue number one. If we have a serious discussion on that, and then we talk Second Amendment Preservation Act, fine. But if you're going to make it all about guns, this thing's going nowhere.